And she was so surprised. She was like, "What have you been doing?" And I was like, "Let me tell you." And so I proceeded to tell her how I've gone through vitamins, supplements, foot bath, vagus stimulation, and the adjustments have helped so much. I'm actually standing straight, almost completely clear. This one still has a ways to go. My legs and my back and belly and everywhere is still pretty rough, but they're better than they were. I can tolerate it so much better. It was to the point where I would cry almost inside from the pain. I mean, everybody that I talk to, I'm explaining what I do, what I've done, how I've, gotten so much better in only 5 weeks. Just 5 weeks. I didn't think it was possible. I mean, it's like a complete turnaround in my life. I have psoriasis and I have a condition called gastroparesis, where my stomach it's a mild case but partially paralyzed, so that limits the food that I can eat. And with the psoriasis, my skin was completely just totally covered. A huge percentage of my body. And it was so painful I couldn't hardly move without being in pain. Was constantly in pain every day. And then it would be harder for me at work because when you'd move, your skin would just sometimes crack. Very painful, very painful. I was desperate for some relief of any kind. And I didn't want to go to the next step with the treatment for psoriasis was injections, and I did not want to do that because I could not take the medication because my stomach couldn't digest it. And so the next step was I think they call them the biologics injections, and I would have to give myself injections once a month, or however often they would have you, probably more considering how much psoriasis I have. I was so desperate that I didn't want to do that, so I called Smiley's because I got to researching and seeing that they did not just adjustments on your body, but did so much more. This is what I want to try. So I did. So I'm here. I feel amazing. I actually just turned 50 and I feel better than I did a year ago or even 10 years ago. Yeah, I can actually do my job with ease now, and I'm actually awake more. My daughter and my nephew and niece, we all went on a trip a week after I started coming here to North Carolina for an overnight trip. A month before that, I could not have even driven that far. So, yeah, I'm pretty well pleased. It's helping me. Seeing the results I've had is helping me to be able to push more. I want more results. I want to do so much more. And along with the supplements and the vitamins and the diet, and I've also lost 30 pounds, maybe more, just in the four or 5 weeks that I've been coming. Of course, mostly that explained to me that it was inflammation, where my gut wasn't working right, wasn't even working on some parts of it. But yeah, I'm very pleased, so happy and excited about what's to come. Everyone is so nice. They treat you like family. It's just, you walk in and there's smiles everywhere. You don't see a frown anywhere. You don't see anybody upset. You see, unless, of course, if they're in pain. But when everybody leaves here, there's smiles on everybody's faces. You walk into smiles and you leave with smiles. It's Smiley chiropractic.